Sorry,
I
I
was trying to
was
think of like
stuck at the wrong
other
button.
candidates for defensive rookie of the year, and like literally none came to
Nothing
me. So
came to mind. Let's just jump straight to MVP. Lamar, not a bad pick. You could have made you know,
you
a
could have made
lot
a
of
case
different,
for a lot of people,
right. So I'm not
but I think
exactly angry with it, but I'm not exactly happy with it either.
we just need to change the name to best quarterback on best team.
Right. Because what kind of season is it going to take for a wide receiver or a running back to ever win it?
A record-breaking one. They would literally have to
Right.
break record. So,
Well, Christian McCaffrey did,
yep,
at least for the franchise.
yeah, it would take an NFL record type season. Um, I don't know. I guess I don't have a problem with it, but I mean his stats were just I don't know. Like
Solid. That's
yeah,
all you can really say about it. Not a bad pick, just not exactly a really
yeah, like
fun one either.
no one had a year where you were like, oh yeah, they're the MVP.
Right. It was a question between a lot of people.
Yeah, like that's how you know it's a stupid fucked up year because Dak Prescott finished second in voting,
Yeah.
and that motherfucker shouldn't finish second in voting for anything ever.
A lot of
Uh,
people feel like CMC got snubbed. I wouldn't really say snubbed. He did have a
yeah,
really good season. They made him offensive player of the year.
that's just what it is though. Like the MVP is just the best quarterback on the best team. That's literally what it comes down to. And anyone else who could have put up an MVP season that played a different position is just going to get offensive player of the year.
Right. That's usually how it goes. Moving on to defensive player of the year. This is my really, 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 really bad one. Love Miles Garrett. He's great. I love watching him beat the shit out of Mason Rudolph with his helmet. It was cool. TJ Watt got absolutely fucking snubbed.
Yeah.
And there were multiple people that had a better season than Miles Garrett did.
I don't know. I think it was between him, TJ, and Micah all year. Like I think it was
Right. Well, I
gonna.
mean, Micah had better stats than Miles Garrett did, and TJ had way better stats.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I wouldn't have been mad if any one of the three got it. To be honest, um, they're
I just
all.
definitely think it should have been TJ.
I think TJ. I mean, I agree. I think TJ should have won it, but I'm not like, er,
Right. It's
furious.
not bullshit that Miles won. Why are there police lights outside of our apartment?
Oh, Charlie, he's finally going to prison.
Oh no, it's Dare. He's my upstairs neighbor. He's about our age and he's a cop for Harford County. And
Nice,
some kids are out there and he's just showing them the lights. He's
nice.
a really cool dude.
Stay off the
Um,
streets, kids. Don't do drugs.
um, so the only reason I could see Miles really having gotten it is Cleveland's defense as a whole did a lot better than the Steelers' defense did.
Is
TJ Watt was kind of like the only rock on that defense.
is this Miles's first one?
No,
It's the second one.
I don't think so.
Because I know TJ has won one before. I think TJ won it last year.
Has Miles Garrett won Defensive Player of the Year more than once? I actually don't know. No, this is his first time.
That also makes sense then.
Yeah, but it's not like oh, you haven't got it yet. Let's give it to you. You don't give a shit.
Yeah, but that happens in every sport. Like the NBA, like there's voter fatigue. They hate voting for the same guy. Like for MVP. Like
Not a bad pick. I just think TJ should have won it.
yeah,
Um,
agreed. I would have rather.
one One pick that I was really happy to see that people weren't really sure was going to happen was comeback player of the year. Um, let me just say this: no offense to Damar Hamlin.
I mean,
I'm
the
not
dude
calling you out.
literally came back from the dead.
And played like 4 snaps. No
Yeah.
offense. Joe Flacco winning that award was 100% the right decision.
Yeah,
I mean, dude fell off the face of the earth probably what, 6 years ago?
not that long ago. Maybe, yeah. Probably
I'm
about
saying
5.
like when he stopped being the starter for the Ravens.
Yeah, probably about 5. Yeah, 5 years ago.
Um, that was a great
I
pick.
mean,
He comes back
I
in and he takes the Browns to the playoffs.
I get it. I mean, I wouldn't have been mad if Damar got it, to be honest. I mean, being dead on a football field a year ago and then being able to come back and play, even be on a professional football team's roster is pretty impressive.
I mean, it is, but we've seen every other comeback player of the year have some hellacious injury and then come back and like actually play.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, considering the kinds of things we've seen, I mean, Eric Berry when he won his, Alex Smith when he got his, you know,
yeah.
they came back immediately into a starting role. Damar Hamlin came back and was playing on special teams sometimes.
Who won it last year?
What was it last year? Because it was Alex Smith like 3 years ago.
Last year was Geno Smith. See, like that doesn't make sense to me. Like,
Geno Smith won it last year.
yeah, like
Well,
that
sometimes
that's
you just genuinely don't have a better pick, you know?
like I don't know. I heard the odds for DeMar to win it though were like -2,000, which is like a crazy heavily favored person.
Right. Right. That's why I didn't really think it would happen.
But I don't
But
know.
like if you just look like let's just look at this since 2000, just the names that are on the comeback player of the year award. Joe Johnson, Garrison Hurst, Tommy Maddox, John Kitna, Drew Brees, Teddy
Breeze wins.
Bruschi, Steve Smith Sr., Chad Pennington, Greg Ellis, Chad Pennington, Tom Brady, Mike Vick, Matt Stafford, Peyton Manning, Philip Rivers, Rob Gronkowski, Eric Berry, Jordy Nelson, Keenan Allen, Andrew Luck, Ryan Tannehill, Alex Smith, Joe Burrow, Geno Smith, Joe Flacco.
Not gonna
Just
lie.
based off the other people on this list, Damar Hamlin does not even deserve to be on the list.
I don't think the other names on comeback play of the year matter.
I think
Not
it
the
does
MVP.
because to be comeback player of the year, you have to come back and do something.
Yeah. I just think I don't know. I think you're undervaluing being dead. And
I
then
mean, like seriously, no disrespect to Damar Hamlin. Genuinely,
and then
he
yeah,
wasn't that good before he died. He wasn't that good after he came back from being dead.
Jesus Christ. But again, I think you're undervaluing what it takes to even be on an NFL roster.
I no, I get it. I get that. I would probably have to like literally kill half the NFL to even have a chance to be on an NFL roster.
You would have to kill it. I mean, I don't even know what. I think the NFL, the USFL, or the UFL, I guess, and every single college athlete would have to fall off the face of the planet for you to have a chance.
Right. Yes. I agree with what you're saying.
For being dead and then still being one of the best 3,000 guys at football in the world.
Well, so I don't want to say this to be an asshole, but I think part of the reason he was only still on the roster is because how the fuck do you deal with the repercussions of cutting somebody because they fucking died?
I don't
Like
think they would have cut him because he died. I think they would have.
because he isn't very good.
Right.
Like
But that doesn't.
they have to fucking give it a season before they shoot him off.
I think he'll be on the roster next year.
Really?
Yep.
I don't know if you say so. But anyway, the biggest pick that I have a serious issue with is coach of the year. Now I shouldn't say serious issue because he did have a good year. Um, the Texans coach should have won that
Agreed.
by a fucking mile.
Agreed. He liked that roster. Should have been
I mean, that team literally went from how many wins last season? 3, 4
2 or 3, yeah, something like that.
to playoffs
Because of the
in one
divisional.
season. That
Nope.
doesn't, I don't, has something like that ever actually happened in the NFL before?
I'm sure. I mean, there's stories every year of going last to first, or at least.
Um,
But I think the more impressive thing is with all the young guys they have and all the no-name guys they have. Like before this year, we knew Dalton Schultz, and that was probably it for their receiving core. Tank Dell showed up and showed out. Nico Collins was great all year. I don't know. I mean, yeah, he should have won it, but then you'll have people who are like, well, if you have the offensive and defensive rookie of the year, how hard can it be? Compared to Kevin Stefanski, who had 4 different quarterbacks.
5.
Whatever it is.
I mean, I'll give it to Kevin Stefanski. He had to deal with some, what's the word that I'm looking for here? Some adversity. He had to deal with some adversity this season. I mean, not that I really think he would have been very good anyway. Deshaun Watson getting hurt, Nick Chubb getting hurt, pretty much everybody on his fucking team getting hurt.
Exactly.
I will give him that, but I gotta be honest. What's his name? The Texans coach is gonna bother me. DeMeco Ryans, thank you. DeMeco Ryans not winning it is a total injustice, and the NFL is like 100% racist for it. No, he 100% should have won that award hands down, like without a doubt. Um, I'm sorry, but taking a team from literally being last in the league to one of the better teams in the league in one season. Oh, you had the offensive rookie of the year and defensive rookie of the year. Okay, that just means he knows how to draft.
Right. I don't know. I think between him, Kevin Stefanski, and even honestly Dan Campbell, if any one of the 3 had won it, I wouldn't have been mad. But
I mean, I'm not mad.
my top 3 would have been DeMeco, Dan Campbell, then Kevin Stefanski.
I would probably have been okay with Dan Campbell or DeMeco Ryans.
I think it's dumb that they like. I get why, I guess, but I still think it's dumb why they don't vote after the playoffs.
Right.
And like people are like, well, not everybody makes playoffs, and you might have a good player on a bad team. It's like, well, sorry, get in the fucking playoffs. I don't know what to tell you.
Right. I mean, everybody else is thinking it.
Yeah.
I thought it was a way bigger deal that the Texans made the playoffs more than the Browns for sure, and slightly more than the Lions.
Yeah. I don't know, but
other than that, honestly,
I didn't really have a problem with any of them. Would I have went a different way? Probably on a couple, but
yeah, not the worst way it could have gone, but not the best either.
Yeah.
All
right. Well,
I guess just move on to our Super Bowl pick.
Super Bowl Saturday, so there's one more game of football until my birthday. So just let that sink in. Um,
Just for reference, we were both born in the second half of September.
no, I was not born in the
Oh,
second
that's
half.
right. You're the 8th. My dad was the 16th. So this is something funny. Him, my dad, and myself were all born in September. He was born on the 8th. My dad is the 16th, and I'm the 24th.
Oh, 8 days apart. God, that 8, man, that's just such a good number, dude. God, number 8. Hmm.
Anyway, all right, hit me with it. Who do you think's going to win?
I've thought long and hard because, and I think there's going to be two outcomes. It's going to be one of the two. I think it's either going to be Kansas City wins by like 13-17, or San Francisco wins a nail biter. I think Kansas City will become the next dynasty and beat the 49ers. 34-17.
34-17. Just because I want to see the sport. What do you want with that, boy?
Don't talk to yourself like that.
Give me Chiefs beating the 49ers with a walk-off field goal of 55 plus yards from Harrison Butker.
That's a long ass kick. You know, I saw a stat this week on multiple media outlets that this game is obviously in a dome, right? And Patrick Mahomes has never lost in a dome. Never.
I don't expect them to either. I think that
I just
I
think
don't
Kansas
expect
City
the
defense.
49ers to play bad at all. The 49ers 100% have a better defense than most of the NFL.
Yeah, but I don't know if they have a better defense than the Chiefs.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying like the Chiefs were able to edge out the Ravens, who have a pretty damn good defense.
Yeah.
The 49ers defense, I definitely think is better, but once again, it's fucking Patrick Mahomes, dude. He doesn't lose. This is
Yeah.
exactly what everybody said about Tom Brady, and the dude just doesn't lose. At this point, I've accepted it. It's going to happen. We're going to see Taylor Swift a whole bunch, which awesome for her. I've started to read some articles about her, and I'm kind of like starting to hate her less because
I
she's
don't, I don't know why anybody hated her in the first place.
well, everybody hated seeing her at the games, but like she sued a dude for $1 and won. Um,
That's kind of funny.
her whole record label thing. She's like, I'm just gonna re-record my shit and tell all my fans to listen to that.
And it
That
worked.
worked. So fuck it. All the power to her at this point. I just want to see if Patrick Mahomes can do it more than Tom Brady.
Yeah, at this point, if Patrick wins, I think the debate's been over for a year. Since they beat Philly, the debate's been over. But if Patrick wins, he's not. There's no competition in the league. It's him, and then there's everybody else. At
Pretty
that
much.
point, he'd be chasing ghosts. He'd be chasing Tom Brady. I think that's it. If he wins, I got him higher than Montana. I got him higher than Elway. I got him higher than Peyton. All of them. Like, I just
I mean, we can just see the skill level that's there and just have to accept that. Like there's no debating about it. I mean, the
no
second we see a quarterback that can consistently throw while completely horizontal 6 inches above the ground,
35 yards and hit his receiver in the face.
Tom Brady ain't doing that. Peyton Manning ain't doing that.
A
John
memory
Elway
came
ain't
up
doing that.
from when you were in Morgantown for that Super Bowl the other day. That
What
was a good one.
what memory was it?
When you were pissing in my trash can. You no good, nasty fuck.
That was from the Super Bowl trip that I took up there.
Yeah, dude.
Well, that was the year that the Chiefs got absolutely railed, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was when their entire starting offensive line was hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't remember that being that trip.
it was.
I don't remember most of that trip, if I'm being honest.
Gee, I wonder why.
Oh God.
I don't know how you remember being in Morgantown ever, dude.
That's fair.
I'm going up there mid-March.
You can go see Brad.
Yeah, see Brad, Zach, a couple other people. I'll probably go. Well, I'm definitely going in May too to watch all my friends graduate. But yeah, dude, I I don't know, man. This season just felt like it flew by, dude.
It definitely did.
Like, there's no reason that it should already be Super Bowl Saturday.
Right. I mean, I can't believe we're almost 2 weeks into January already.
You mean February? Yeah.
February. Fuck.
Monday's Greg's birthday.
Oh, flipper.
Ooh, what's today? It's today the 10th.
Yeah.
Gotta text my stepsister. It's her birthday.
You have a stepsister?
My dad's wife has a daughter. Yeah. This has been known for like 11 years now.
It's not been known to me. This is the first that I am hearing of it.
Well, I got one. So,
What the fuck?
yeah. I mean, I guess it never just came up in conversation, but yeah.
Oh, clearly. Is she our age or
No, she's like Cody's age, I think.
what the fuck?
Yeah. I don't, I don't know why you're.
We've literally been friends longer than you've had a stepsister, and I didn't know you had a stepsister.
Yeah. I got a step brother on that side too. I got two nieces on that side.
Oh, what about the dude? How old is he? What are their names?
He's like Tyler's age, I think. Maybe a little younger. Actually, I think he's like Cody's age and Sam's a little younger than them. But yeah, Aaron and Sam, stepbrother and sister.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised because I haven't seen or spoken to your dad and
Wow.
well, we were probably what, 10 you, maybe 12 you.
Well, you probably. Yeah.
It was the
So
year that
about
my
about
dad coached and him coach your dad and my dad coached together.
no, my dad was at all the 12U games when we won the championship.
Was he?
Yeah.
How old were we when your dad coached us? Was that 10 or 8 you?
We were that was Hank's team. God, sixth grade, like 10 or 11.
God.
God, we sucked that year, dude.
Yeah, we did. And then we all played 12U together and we were so fucking good they made us play 14U. And then we go to 14U and lose every single fucking game.
I never played 14U. I only played 12U.
Oh, that's right, because you were in high school.
Yep. A youngin'.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I was 13 when I started high school.
Oh, that's right, because you were a year ahead of me.
Yep.
That doesn't make sense because I was 15 when I started high school.
No, you weren't. It's
I
not
was,
how it works.
I was supposed to graduate in 2020. I would have started high school in 2016. Yeah, I was 15.
No, you would have started high school in August of 2016, which means you would have been 14.
Damn.
You would have just about been 15. You were like probably one of the oldest kids in your grade.
I was. Yeah, because
I
I was
was one
closer to age than all of you guys because I missed the cutoff by like less than a week.
and I was one of the youngest kids in my grade.
Right. Well, I'm trying to remember because I played up, so I played 2 years of 14U. No, or was it 2 years of
You played
12U?
2 years of 12U. Because your
That's right,
first
because
year,
there was
I didn't play football. My
right,
seventh grade year, I didn't play.
right, and then I got moved up for the year where I played with you, Ziggy, Nick Birch.
I
Or
don't
was
know.
that the year that you didn't play?
That was the year I didn't play. And then the
Yeah, because
next,
that was the year that Nick Birch broke his arm, like
yep,
first game
yeah. And then the next year,
we played together.
we played together. And then I went to high school. And then
Right, and that's the year that we fucking went off.
yeah,
And
that's the
then I
year.
proceeded to not win a football game after that for the rest of my life.
That sucks, dude. That actually
Yeah,
sucks. Like, I won one varsity game, but like, at least I had my freshman year, dude.
I have not won a football game since I was like 12 years old.
And you're a Commanders fan.
Yeah, dude,
Like,
I got fucking nothing going for me.
the Orioles were good last year.
That's about it, but they weren't good for a very long time. And now Alabama's going to have a rough patch because Nick Saban retired.
Yeah, did you see he's joining College Game Day?
I did. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I think they need to let Lee Corso retire. He like can't speak. Him and our president kind of talk the same.
God.
Dude, we're so fucked. It's an election year too, so it's about to get rowdy around these parts.
Yeah, it is. We got like 4.5 minutes real quick. Do we want to try to talk about any coaching moves or do we want to save that?
I don't think there's many left to make. I think
Well, I
everybody,
mean, the Commanders are all settled up.
I think everybody who fired their head coach has a head coach.
Who'd the Cardinals hire?
They didn't fire their coach.
Yeah, they did. Cliff Kingsbury.
No, that was the year. That was the year before the last. Because this year their coach was the defensive coordinator from the Eagles last year.
So where the fuck has Cliff Kingsbury been?
He was at USC and then he just got hired by you guys.
Yeah. I thought he was the head coach for the Cardinals. What the fuck?
Uh-uh.
Oh. So I'm kind of iffy about the Commanders' hirings. All I have to say is that you can tell that they're clearing house 100% by not keeping Eric Bieniemy on.
Yeah. I think if I was EB, kind of like Steve Spagnuolo, like if no one's gonna hire me a head coaching job, that's fine. I'll just keep winning Super Bowls with Patrick Mahomes. Like I'd go back and be a coordinator.
Yeah, I think they already hired him back, didn't they?
Probably not yet. Right before the Super Bowl, I don't think they did. But
Anyway, so yeah, the Commanders hired Dan Quinn head coach. They just traded Ron Rivera for an older, whiter Ron Rivera. Um,
yeah, the Cowboys hired Mike Zimmer as our defensive coordinator.
I saw that.
I remember.
With that, the whole Ben Johnson thing. Did you hear about that?
I heard it was a bunch of he said, she said bullshit.
Well, so the Commanders staff or whatever was literally on a plane to Detroit to go talk to him, and he told him that he wasn't interested.
Well, sorry.
Anyway,
Better-
so Commanders hire Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn brings his DB coach in as the Commanders' defensive coordinator.
I don't think it was
Kinda-
the coach.
Pretty sure it was. Pretty damn sure it was.
No, because our DB coach is Al Harris, and we still have him.
Joe Witt Jr.
That's not our defensive backs coach.
What was he then? I could have sworn it said that.
I think he was our D line coordinator, maybe, or linebacker coach. Which either way, you can have his ass.
Yeah, team's coach, Dallas Cowboys defensive secondary coach.
Well, you got the worst one because Al
I mean,
Harris.
I'll take it because we need it. We can talk more about this next episode. We're about to run out of time. We still have one recording that needs to go up and this one that are going to go up before Super Bowl Sunday. We'll maybe post some shorts and we will talk to you guys soon. Put your sheets on your bed.